Hi guys, I'm Amy. I wanted to come on and do a reading for the Masculine Collective. So I'm going to be using the Wildwood Tarot, the Wild Unknown Tarot, and the Yogi Oracle. And then I also have my Zodiac deck here to uh, help with signs and synchronicity so you know that this reading is meant for you. The Feminine Collective really likes that. So I thought I could do it for the Masculine Collective too. I know I normally don't. But I imagine that perhaps if you're interested in these readings, you may also be interested in anything that helps give you signs, right? So I'm going to start with the Wildwood Tarot. So, Spirit, what is it this masculine collective needs to see and hear today regarding their connection? What is it the masculine collective needs to see and hear today, Spirit? Okay, thank you, Spirit. So we have a lot going on today. Going on here? We start with the King of Stones, the Wolf. Okay, the King of Stones. Love of the land and of the natural world guides much of what you do. You look often to the wisdom of others and to traditional values to color your life choices. Security brings pleasure, loyalty crowns every endeavor. Okay. So I feel like this is your energy. Now we have the Two of Stones challenge. Okay, so many challenges or rivalries are born of insecurity and subconscious issues with peers and colleagues. Usually, it is these emotions rather than actual malice or personal ill will that dictates a rival's mistrust or undermining of your efforts. In the modern material world, where so much emphasis is placed on a show of power or wealth, it is often a perceived position or status that inflames jealousy rather than the reality of a situation. Holding your own ground and defending your position at such times can be achieved by keeping in touch with pure and positive motivations and holding on to personal integrity and sincerity, which is the basis for any fair and enduring material reward or advancement. Some competition and honest differences of opinion can be productive and even beneficial. Remain clear and focused on your objectives and stay firm in your ethical efforts to proceed with a plan or project. Okay. So you know how to move beyond the challenges, and honesty and integrity are what's coming to mind right now. So, like, honesty and integrity is so important. We have Knight of Arrows, Hawk next. Oh, here we go. Knight of Arrows, Hawk. A quicksilver messenger of fate, the hawk can help and support you to see through layers of doubt and uncertainty to the problem at the heart of the matter. Be swift and subtle and use your common sense to progress. Okay, vigilance as you go through the process, impulsiveness, heroism, struggling with ideological compliance or revolt, using subtlety as a way through, holding a grudge, festering anger. So, I feel like you're meant to alchemize these energies, like having vigilance because of revolt, you know? That holding a grudge, fester in anger, don't hold on to it and let it fester. Use it to propel you forward. Anger is wonderful as energy to bolt us forward in something, right? Next, we have the Three of Arrows, jealousy, coming out. Okay. The origins of jealousy can be infinitely varied, uniquely subjective, and deeply rooted in socioeconomic or psychological soil. But whether born of a broken heart, a broken dream, or a broken economic system, beware of surrender and humility and forgiveness to feelings of envy or jealousy. The most commonly associated emotional drive linked to jealousy is loss. However, perceived by the individual, it behoves both the victim of jealousy and the subject suffering feelings of envy to look deeply into the nature of their own motives and responsibilities. For the jealous or possessive, there's also sometimes a feeling of entitlement attached to the issue. This can be attributed to concepts of social or familial expectations born of ill conceived peer guidance or the failure to enforce social responsibilities and parameters. As we mature, we discover that there will always be some who seem to have more or are gifted with copious good fortune. The healing balm for envy is humility, acceptance, and forgiveness, even in the face of bitter rivalry and anger, just as the constant refocusing of your energy into a positive and creative momentum in your life is the best healer for the effects of jealousy. Okay, so you could have jealous people in your energy, people jealous. There could have been people jealous about this connection, and that's what caused you, some of your fear and why you ran. Okay, next we have the World Tree. Ella, I'm not opening the door because all you're going to do is turn around and run back in because the boy scared you. Okay, the World Tree is a symbol of the conscious bridge between the living macrocosm and the inner universe of the human psyche. The World Tree marks the end of one journey for the wanderer and the beginning of another. The wanderer began the journey around the wheel with an innocent and childlike curiosity, but the subtle growing process experienced on the way has brought inner gifts of wisdom and awareness. The final step is to follow the path through the living maze and enter the heart of the World Tree to become one with the wholeness of the universal mind. Nothing is hidden, and no misleading or cunning diversions are set to lead the unwary off the path, but to gain access to the tree, one must walk the path and complete the journey. The universal labyrinth has no dead ends or false routes, but leads on one wandering pathway from the entrance I can't say that word, to the center. Perhaps symbolizing the passage of the sun or guarding the souls of dead ancestors and spirits in their place of repose, it remains a pathway to the core of the mysteries and an easily recognized image of the human journey. Through the doorway at the base of the tree is clearly visible, and nothing stops the traveler from directly approaching it. Walking the labyrinthine pathway is a ritual requiring patience and insight and enabling contemplation and meditation on the morning of the journey. What may be found beyond the door is both individual and universal, for encompassed within the branches of the World Tree are the four seasons of the cycle of life. Through the restful healing of winter to the fertile freshness of spring, the power and joy of summer, and the wisdom and maturity of autumn, the cosmic light of universal understanding shines from the heart of the tree, creating a bridge to the source of all consciousness and life. The World Tree represents all individual life and all knowledge in one holographic field of consciousness, and paradoxically remains as one entity, whole and complete. This complex concept is not only stranger than we think, it is stranger than we can think. The universe and all its blessings are available to everyone who seeks knowledge and wisdom with a sincere heart. On every level, the cosmos has a generous bounty and gives freely of its rich nourishment and fulfillment. No matter how long the journey of life may be, however many twists and turns the maze may offer us, in the end, if we persevere, we will reach the point of fulfillment. This may relate to material gain and wealth, or to spiritual happiness and emotional security, but after the long process of learning, responsibility, and rebirth, it is now time to bathe in the light of renewal, attainment, and personal triumph. Breathe in the rich air, drink of the sweet water, and rejoice in the warming fire of the universal life force. That was a mouthful, but I really like this energy for you. I feel like this shows you are doing the inner work necessary, for you to evolve on your path. And so I really do love this for you. Next, we have the Two of Vessels attraction. Nala, I'm not opening the door, girlie. It's not happening. Oh, you poor baby. You poor baby. Okay, Two of Vessels attraction. Okay, it's the meaning, the initial attraction and exploration of potential, the beginning of a possible relationship or friendship, and the precursor to an interchange of polaric energies, opposition and attraction in life. Okay, so perhaps your feminine counterpart is, opposite to you. Like you may have a lot of differences between each other, but they complement each other, right? And then we have Eight of Stones skill coming out. So I feel like now we're going to talk about your mission. Eight of Stones. These cards, these three came out in the TikTok Divine Masculine reading as well. So this is an ability to utilize skill for the completion of labors of practical necessity as well as love. Sometimes intense concentration and dedication are required. Okay, since human beings first walked the earth, we have honed and practiced our skills in all manner of practical and esoteric arts. We have the awareness and self-discipline to develop new skills to meet new challenges and have overcome nature's most adverse and deadly conditions. Whether it was the life-saving, practical skills required to track and bring down sometimes dangerous game for food, or the growing and managing of crops for the good of the tribe or village, human beings have continually striven. I know you say you went out, honey, but I also know the second I open the door, you're going to change your mind because the boys are right outside it, okay? Can you come up here with Mama? I apologize for the interruption. Okay, such discoveries require us to master new skills for the betterment of the tribe or society. This unique human ability requires patience, perseverance, and most of all, self-discipline. Acquiring a skill that involves imagination and artistic flair requires time spent learning and defining the nature of self-expression. The mastery of any skill requires you to call on the divine to bless the effort and energy expended in the process. Beautiful, beautiful. And I do that with my readings. I set the intention that they help someone, right? Okay, and then finally we have number 4, the Green Man. Okay, the Green Man. I don't remember what this one is. Okay, the Green Man is a symbol of the flourishing heart of the male aspect of nature. One of the most ancient images of the connection between mankind and nature, his face has looked out from the stones of temples and churches for centuries. Even in the dim and chilly heights of Christian cathedrals, he looks down, often sardonically, on the people far below. Constantly returning in thinly disguised ciphers such as the Green Knight, Jack in the Green, and Robin Hood, his face, the scourging leaves, peers out from the rich, dark, fertile heart of the forest, and challenges you to respect and revel in the joys of the natural world. His aspect can be fearsome and frightening as he protects the wild beasts of the forest. They know his voice and his presence well, for he is as much one of them as he is of the conscious spirit of the land, and the interaction between nature and beast is constant and intertwined. The Fecund cauldron is under his ever watchful eye, and the joyful exultation of creation and fertility are seen in the Cerne Abbas giant, proud both in his manhood and his protective power. He is a giant figure indeed, mature in his power and patient in his resolution. The green man is ever vigilant and unerringly stoical in his guardianship of the sacred land. His warning to respect the laws of nature and the beasts of the forest are best heeded, as his challenge to those who abuse his generosity can be fierce and severe indeed. Yet his heart is great, and his spirit is warm and full of primal joy. His face is not hidden from those who can see through the thickly tangled fronds that encompass and enfold the earth. His bounty is rich and nutritious and soaked in the golden rays of a fertile summer sun. The green man is generous in his bestowal of creative, fertile energy, and he will move you to a new level of confident and assertive dynamism. This is a time for both giving and receiving the natural flow of life, both inwardly and outwardly. Be prepared to find a new and thriving drive to begin projects, relationships, and even new ways of living your life and fulfilling your world. Now is the time to experience being at the apex of the cycle of life. Enjoy it. Well, this is really beautiful for you, Masculine Collective. It really is. So I feel like you're definitely coming to a completion here. And Spirit is asking you to enjoy it, right? Enjoy the process. It can't be all work, no play. Okay, now I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot. So what else does this Masculine Collective need to see and hear today, Spirit, regarding their connection? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else today? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we're going to start with the Two of Swords. Come on, in between. Two of Swords, blocked vision, stalemate. The Two of Swords depicts two opposing forces that have reached a stalemate. You cannot progress forward with either a relationship or a life decision. There's an answer that's being blocked, maybe by choice. Many times this card will indicate you do not wish to face the truth the light will reveal. Okay, and this is coming under the Two of Stones challenge. So this is your challenge here. Is this blocked vision? So what I'm getting from this is you need to go within and do some meditation. Okay. Now we have the Hermit. Here we go, the Hermit. Solitude and meditation. What did I just say? Oh my goodness, I can't make this up. The idea of being a hermit is not supported in our society, but in the realm of tarot, hermits are highly celebrated and valued creatures. Through meditation, solitude, and stillness, they bring wisdom to all. When this card appears, it's time to step back from the business of day-to-day life and focus on your inner realm. Become more self-aware. You are intrigued by meditation, start now. Oh, if you're intrigued by meditation, start now. Spend time by yourself. Your inner fire is ready to be lit. It will shine for all to see. See, and this relates to mission work too. You may need to meditate to figure out what it is that you're meant to be doing, because mission work did come out in this reading. Now we do have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Go. Okay, Nine of Cups. Bliss and harmony. Beautiful. At last, the card of wishes come true. When the Nine of Cups appears, worries and fears will be cast away. A new phase of peace and harmony awaits. The world seems to be granting your every wish. Good health, happiness, and even material gains are heading your way in joy. I love this for you. Okay, and now we have the Mother of Cups, which would be the Queen of Cups. Insightful psychic. The Mother of Cups rivals the High Priestess with her natural psychic abilities. She's a gentle, tranquil woman whose insights bring healing to those around her. She thrives when amidst her family, the arts, and music or beauty of any kind. Like a true swan, when the Mother of Cups is pushed, she becomes aggressive and defensive. She'll commonly see herself as the victim when distressed in a situation, and I feel like this could be the person you're connected to. Okay, the person you're connected to could be that Mother of Queen of Cups energy. Okay, and we got that you are the King of Stones energy. Okay, now we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups, I feel like this is soul recognition, soul level connection here. Okay, I'm getting a little obsessed with this because it's just not cooperating. Okay, on to the Six of Cups. Okay, memories, childhood, and joy. A card of beautiful implications. The Six of Cups focuses on the magic and innocence of childhood. The roots of years past are alight with color and vibrancy. Look back upon them. Get lost in your memories. Old friends may surface and seek you out. All reunions will be joyful. Enjoy simple pleasure and wonder in all areas of your life. Absolutely beautiful. But I am going to tell you in the Light Seers Tarot, the one that I learned on and used the most, the Six of Cups does represent a soul connection, and I'm definitely feeling that energy in this reading. Okay. Now I'm going to pull from the Yogi Oracle. So, Spirit, what other message does this collective need to see in here today? We had quite a few fall out again. Yeah, today turned into a pretty big, deep reading here for the masculine collective, but somebody, at least someone, is really needing to hear this reading right now. So I truly do hope that this reading is helping those of you masculines that are taking the time to watch. Okay, we have Jikaninki, Corpse Eater, Endurance, Patience, Self-Restraint. Let's see, where are you? Nope, there we go. Okay, enduring with dignity. Holed up in an old abandoned temple lives the Jikaninki. At first glance, it looks like a normal person, but its razor-sharp teeth reveal its ghoulish nature. This yogi has an insatiable appetite, devouring the recently deceased whole in a grotesque display of greed and indulgence. Rooted in Zen Buddhism, the word gamen goes beyond simple tolerance. It's about bearing the unbearable with patience and dignity and without complaint. Think of the steadfast nature of the samurai in times past. This card encourages self-restraint, urging you to harness your own emotions when necessary. It's not about passive resignation or giving up, but about facing adversity calmly with inner strength and resilience. If you can stoically persevere instead of acting on selfish impulses, you can build character and increase your chances of achieving long term goals. Reflection. What challenges in your life require patience and self restraint? Okay, now we have Makuragaishi, pillow turners, perspective shift, playful disruption, inversion. Okay, reverse thinking. A sleeper wakes to find their pillow has been mysteriously moved to the foot of the bed, or maybe they themselves are now repositioned upside down. This is the work of the Makura Gaishi, a mischievous yogi whose nighttime antics leave you feeling disoriented, or maybe they're nudging you to look at the world in a different way. The phrase Gaikuten no Haso reflects the power of reversing your perspective to uncover new insights or solutions. The Makaragaishi card encourages you to stop repeating the same mistakes that are getting you nowhere and try looking at your situation from an unconventional angle. If you're really stuck, just do the complete opposite of what hasn't been working. Reflection. How can you turn your perspective upside down to find a solution to a problem, gain new insights, or become unstuck? Okay, and that's something you have to figure out for yourself how you can, something that you need to reflect on how you can get yourself unstuck. Okay, someone has a doggy outside, so perhaps a dog is relevant to you. Okay, item moment, flying bolts of cloth, flexibility, subtle strength, adaptability. Okay, softness overcomes hardness. A strip of white cloth glides silently through the sky, swirling and dancing. It seems harmless, but this is the item moment, a yogi that wraps around unsuspecting victims, suffocating them in its delicate grip, or whisks them away, never to be seen again. Though gentle in appearance, the item moment uses its softness with deadly force. The proverb, softness overcomes hardness, is illustrated in the sport of judo. The word judo means gentle way, in which smaller athletes can overcome larger ones. Instead of direct resistance, yielding and redirecting lead to victory. Willow trees bend, great negotiators compromise, water carves through mountains. In a world that prizes toughness, the item moment card reminds us that grace, flexibility, and adaptability can triumph over brute strength. Reflection. How can you use redirection and flexibility as sources of strength to overcome a larger opponent or challenge? I absolutely love this. I really do. In order to come into balance, you have to learn how to be receptive to your own gentleness, right? Okay, we have Tanuki raccoon dogs, playfulness, gratitude, lightheartedness. Next. Oops. Okay. Every day is a good day. Beautiful. A pack of tanuki parade through the forest, drumming on their big bellies, laughing and dancing as they go. Known for their mischievous pranks and playful nature, tanuki embody the art of finding joy in the present moment. The Zen saying, every day is a good day, doesn't promise perfect circumstances. It's about accepting life as it is. Some days will bring joy and elation, others sorrow and deep pain, and many more will be quiet and unremarkable. Yet the universe has gifted you this life, complete with all its challenges and delights, to experience and shape as you wish. Even in hard times, being alive to learn, grow, and connect with others really is a profound gift. Celebrate the bright days, find gratitude in lessons in the heartbreaking ones, and make the ordinary days special and memorable through playfulness. Reflection: how can you bring a sense of playfulness or gratitude into your day? And this is an important lesson for the feminine on the feminine uh, path as well. I am a divine feminine. And like the things that are coming out today in the masculine reading is a lot of what the feminine is. They also work on all of these same energies, right? And balancing everything. Okay, next we have Hashahini, the Bridge Princess, Obsession, Infatuation, Metamorphosis. Okay, if you mingle with red, you become red. In flickering candlelight, a woman paints her body with bright red vermilion. Her heart is consumed by rage and jealousy. This is Hashimihime, a once ordinary woman who transformed herself into an Oni ogre woman through her relentless prayers for vengeance. The saying, Shuni Majarwa Riba Keku Naru, I'm sure I slaughtered that, I did the best I could, means that if you use vermilion, you become red, reminding you that the people, emotions, and energies you surround yourself with inevitably shape you. As the case of Hashahime, immersion in negativity can transform you into something you were never intended to become. This card cautions you to reflect on your influences and choose paths that nurture rather than destroy your true self. Reflection: who or what do you surround yourself with? How are they influencing you positively or negatively? And this is so important. It really, really is. You really got to be careful who you surround yourself with. Like, energetically speaking, we're all energy. Yeah. Fujin and Rajan, god of wind and god of thunder, destruction, rebirth, regeneration. Okay, god of wind and god of thunder, destruction and rebirth. Rajan bangs on his drums, creating the rumbling of thunder, while Fujin wields a large bag of wind to unleash ferocious gales. These two fierce-looking gods, with their rippling muscles, sharp fangs, and wild hair, lord over the skies and conjure violent storms wherever they go. The phrase Hakai Tasesi expresses the cyclical nature of existence. Destruction is not simply an end, it's also a necessary part of the process of renewal. The Fujin and Rajan card then not only evokes endings, but also creativity and rebirth. It reminds you that when things fall apart, the path is cleared for creation and new beginnings. Reflection: are you experiencing any upheaval? How can you best ride the storm, find the spark of creativity, and rebuild? Okay, and again, I'm still feeling like the creativity, like, I still feel like you're being guided to lean into your mission, and your mission is whatever it is creatively that helps others but does not feel like work to you. Instead, it brings you a lot of joy. Okay, that would be what your mission is. Something that helps others in humanity that lights you up inside. Okay, now we have a Korra Kamui, the giant octopus god, adaptation, flexibility, and acceptance. Okay, this one, the fury of nature. Bursting up from the depths of the ocean rises a Korra Kamui, a crimson-skinned octopus god so enormous it can swallow even a whale in one gulp. This card symbolizes the overwhelming power of unmanageable forces and urges you to stop fighting what you have no power to change. Shizen no Moi is a phrase that reminds you many things in life: natural disasters, political upheaval, even the feelings and actions of others are beyond your control. What you do have control over are your own emotions and reactions to these events. Practice adapting, staying flexible, and finding harmony within the chaos. The path forward doesn't lie in resistance, but in resilience and adaptability. Reflection. How can you find balance and navigate with grace and strength a situation that feels beyond your control? Okay, so there was a lot to reflect on today in today's reading. Now I'm going to pull. Spirit, please show me who this reading is meant for. Show me who this reading is meant for, Spirit. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So we have number 12 could be relevant. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus coming out. 21, Neptune. You may be dreaming about the person you're connected to or trying to manifest them with Neptune. 21. Mirroring going on. 12, 21 coming out back to back. So definite mirroring going on within this connection. Number 23, fire coming out. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. We have number 17, Mars. So I feel like you have a whole lot of passion for your person. Okay, I feel like you really do want to take action towards them. We have number 22, Pluto. So I feel like you have transformed because of this connection. And I feel like you're aware of that and, you're appreciative of it. We have number 8, Scorpio coming out next. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. Okay, we have number 26, Earth coming out. So that would be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. And then we have number 20, Uranus coming out. So I feel like something very sudden and unexpected happened or is about to happen within this connection. Now remember that you as the divine masculine have to be the one to make the first move. So once you have healed what you need to heal enough to gain, confidence in yourself, it is up to you to reach out to the divine feminine, your counterpart, because the feminine has to be in that energy of I don't chase, I attract. Because anytime that the feminine starts chasing you again, it automatically triggers you and puts you back into running. So things have to make a complete 180 here and go from where the feminine chases you, which always puts you into fear, to where you chase the feminine. Okay, and you will get in the energy of wanting to do that when you are ready, when you've done enough healing, and when the feminine has done enough healing. And this is energetic, so the feminine does the majority of the work when it comes to this healing. But energetically, it causes you to do the healing as well. And I don't know if there's anything else I need to tell you about that, but I can try to give some more signs and synchronicities for you. And this could be signs of the feminine you're connected to. Spirit, what signs and synchronicities does this masculine collective need about their feminine? Signs and synchronicities, please, about this feminine. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So, Leo flew out in the summer during Leo within 7 to 14 days, and Leo season just literally started. Okay. So, I'm getting that you may be feeling called to reach out to your divine feminine within the next 7 to 14 days. Your feminine could be Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have Sagittarius, Temperance, Moderation, Harmony, Peace, Balance, Alchemy. Absolutely beautiful energy there. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have Neptune, the Hangman, Spirituality, Fantasy, Escape, Illusion, Dreams. Okay, you could be dreaming about your person. They could be dreaming about you. Okay, we have Aries, the Emperor, coming out, protective, action-oriented, strong leader. And when you come into this energy, this Emperor energy, which I feel like is coming very quickly, that is when you're going to get the courage to make the move towards your feminine. We have Aquarius, and this is within 2 to 4 weeks, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So for some of you, it may take 2 to 4 weeks before you step into this Emperor energy. We got the element of air, idealistic, communicative, mentally active, likely it's developing. Okay, air would be Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Then we have Libra, justice, legal matters, truth, integrity, fair, balance. I feel like you both want a balanced connection. Could be Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And then we have in the fall during Virgo in a year or more, Princess of Earth. So for some of you, it might be a year or more before this comes in. I mean, it's all on you. This is just an energy check. Things can always change. Energy always changes. Okay. But this is what is in the energy right now for whoever this reading's meant for. So I thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.